Hi everyone, welcome to the Sacred Art classes, and in today's video we will be learning on how to draw a reindeer, and we will also learn on how to color it. So without further delay, let's get started. You'll start the drawing by drawing a circle for the head part of the reindeer. So I'm drawing a very light circle. I'm drawing it bit by bit. This circle need not be perfect, but try to maintain the shape of the circle to make it look like an actual circle. Yeah. And now I'm going to draw a triangle for the face, for the nose and the mouth. You have triangle there, and then we will have another triangle for the ears on either side. And for the antlers, you're going to draw a F shape. You're going to draw a F shape. And we have another F shape that is inverted. So we are drawing a baby reindeer, so we are not drawing a very big antler. It's small and it will look cute. And now we have to draw the body. For the body, I'm drawing a small rectangle. And we have the tail somewhere over here, and it will be something that looks like a triangle. And now we will join this rectangle over here. So these are the symbol shapes that we will use to draw the complete picture of the reindeer. So we are not directly drawing the reindeer in its full figure. We are splitting it into symbol shapes, and then we will complete the entire drawing. Okay. So now we will go and add the details. So we have the basic shapes ready. We need eyes in the center, for which we are going to draw a bigger circle for a patch, for the patch near the eye, and then you have the eye inside like this. And we can add little reflections, small 2 circles inside the eyes. And now I'm going to modify the triangle over here so as to make it look like a nose. So I'm going to curve it a little bit like this, only a little bit. And I'm also trying to curve it from the bottom as well, like this. And then I'm going to draw a nose somewhere over here, which will be a circle. And now you can erase off some of the unwanted lines, the big triangle that we had initially. You can also erase off this little part of the circle. We don't want them anymore. And now you can put up a smiley face, a smile on this face, like this, a cute smile. And then you can modify the ears. For modifying the ears, this part of the triangle should be a little bit curved. Shall curve it a little bit like this, and I shall also curve this a little bit inwards, and I shall draw another line like this. And you can erase off the unwanted lines. And in the same way you can do it for the other ear as well. So one curved line over here, another curved line over here, and you can join the third line somewhere like this. And if you have any unwanted lines, you can erase that off using a mono eraser. So we have the face of our reindeer ready. Now we have to draw the body. For drawing the body, I'm going with the back over here. I'm drawing a curved line like this, curving it. All the way till here, and then curving it upwards a bit and drawing the legs. So for the legs, I'm going to draw 2 lines, and I'll curve it a little bit on the bottom like this, and then you can draw the belly. You can draw another leg over here, and I will just modify this leg a little bit so as to suit the entire body. Extend it to the bottom like this. Now we can draw the toes. So I'm drawing another curved lines on the bottom of the legs, and we can erase off any unwanted lines that we have. And then we can modify the tail a little bit. So I'm curving the top part of the tail, and I'm also curving the bottom part of the tail, and I'm going to draw another line inside. And for the bottom part, I'm going to make it a little bit narrower, just like that. There you go. And now you can clean up your diagram, erase off any unwanted lines that you have. Alright, so now we have our reindeer ready, we have the outline ready, and now we will start with the coloring. I'm going to start with the dark brown color. I'm starting with the face. I'm going to give a very light shade initially. So in this figure we will be looking for where the light is coming from, and then we will be coloring accordingly. So when we are giving the light shade, you can give it everywhere. We are not considering the light when we are giving the light shade. We actually forgot to add a little bit of fur near the body. So for drawing the fur, I'm going to draw a shape like this over here, and from the top I'm going to curve it all the way to here. an erase of any unwanted lines. There you go. So I'll continue with the light shade. Now I'm going to give another layer, a second layer of brown. So in this figure we are assuming that the light is coming from somewhere here and it will be falling on the body. So some parts of the body over here will be lighter and some parts behind the ears and behind the legs and also behind the tail will be a little bit darker. So we will have to incorporate that while we are coloring. So I'm using a black color to give that dark shade behind the ears. So I'm just shading on the end part and also on the joining part where the ear joins with the head. So I'm giving a very light shade of black. Don't overdo it. If you give it a too much dark shade, it will not look good. And over this you can give another shade, another layer of dark brown and blend that black color with the existing dark brown. There you go. So now we have a slightly darker shade of black over here, and that will account for the shadows that will be falling opposite to the light. And in the same way I'm going to give another darker tone for the ear on the left. Again going to give a darker shade. So I'm going from a dark shade at near the head, near the joining of the head and the ear over here, and then I'm going lighter. Okay, so only this part of the head of the ear will be darker. There you go. And now I will give a darker shade for the body. So for the body, the color will be darker on the top and on the bottom, and it will be lighter in the middle. So I'm going with some strokes like this, so it will be darker on top. And when I come towards the middle, it will be lighter. And for the legs, I'm going with a darker shade on the left sides, like this, and I will bring it lighter towards the center, and it will be darker, a little bit darker on the right edge, only a little bit. So even for the fur, I'm giving a dark shade near the face, below the face, and then I'm bringing it lighter and lighter, like this. And for the end part of the fur, I'm going to give a light shade of yellow. So I'm trying to blend that dark brown color into yellow, like this. So you will get a somewhat golden or orangish color when you mix yellow and brown. If you have any pencil marks present, you can just erase it off using your mono eraser. So this time we are not going for outlining the diagram with a black color. Instead of that, we will be trying to make our edges clean using the existing natural colors and make it look more natural. I'm going to add some patterns like this, small little patterns. I'm not doing it straight. I'm giving some perforations like this, so as to make the fur look more furry. And also on the top, I'm going to darken it a little bit. So I'm using a dark color, a black color, for coloring the darker areas. So we have the left leg, which is a little bit behind, and much light won't be falling on that leg, and therefore I'm giving it a slight black shade. And also for the edge, or for the line which is between the legs, I'm giving a slight darker color using this black color pencil. And also on the top, I'm adding a slight black color. So just to make the dark brown more brownish, I'm doing this. So you can use those black color pencils to add the shadows and to mark the areas in which light is not falling. So under the belly, somewhere over here, we have the transition from a darker shade to a lighter shade. So I'm giving a darker shade at the bottom. Nice and easy. Like this. And also on the edges. We have the tail part, which has to be given a darker shade. I'm first giving it with a darker shade of dark brown. And then I'm giving a very dark shade of dark brown on the top end, and then transition it from dark to a lighter shade. And then you can use the black color pencil again to give it a more contrasty look. And you can give one more layer of dark brown in this part of the tail, and then we'll mix it with yellow color. Just like this. If you have any pencil marks that are present in your drawing, you can erase that off as you progress. And you can give one more layer of dark brown near the ears, the second layer of the ears, which will be another light layer, and also near the eyes, around the eyes. And in these areas you will be again going with a yellow shade. And for the eyes, I'm going with a very dark shade. Make sure that you don't color inside the reflection. So I'm first coloring around the reflections. for the antlers on top, I'm going to give a reddish brown color. So if you don't have a reddish brown color, you can use any brown color which is different from the dark brown color that we used for the body. So for the antlers, I am giving a dark shade for the edges and a lighter shade in the middle part. So I'm first giving a light layer for the antler, and then we will give the changes in the shade. So I'm going now with a darker shade on the edges and a lighter shade as we approach the center part. There you go. And the same way for the shoes on the bottom. You can give a light shade of red first. And then give a darker shade. So left side will be darker. When we come towards the middle, it will get lighter and then again darker. Same for every leg. And if you have any white spaces, you can fill them up. And if you have any white spaces, you can try to fill all those white spaces with the correct color. And now for the nose, I'm going to give a red color. I'll try to create a small shiny patch on the nose using this red color itself. So I'm going to give a small circle using this red color like this, and I'm going to color around it using the same red color. There you go. So we have a very shiny red nose, and if you need to make any corrections in your diagram, you can do that now. So there you go. So we have our reindeer ready. I guess you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.